What's up?
Live.
Live, 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 live. Boosting bullshit. Episode 16 was supposed to be at Galot,
Galot.
but it didn't happen
Yep.
because we had to finish Bristol, correct?
Correct. Had a little rain in the morning, so shit extended over into the evening, so no time to set up no damn show.
Nope. And we apologize to everybody. Was looking forward to seeing Mr. Scotty Cannon, the legend himself, on the boosting bullshit. I can't tell you how many people I talked to that were a little disappointed that they didn't get to see the live show. Especially, we got a lot of fans in this Pro Mod area where, kind of between where me and you live.
Yep.
And, it just with the way things, we had no rain for 4 weeks here in North Carolina. We had nothing on the forecast, nothing even remotely trying to rain. And guess what? Tyler Crossno shows up to a racetrack and we have, yep, Professional Drought Reduction Association.
That's Mr. Tyler, but Scotty was fired up to do it too.
He was. I didn't really get to talk to him much. We were busy. We were, it's a hometown race for me, so it's kind of it's a really hectic. You know how it is when you go to Virginia.
Yep.
So you got a lot of people there. A lot of fans you got to interact with, which I love. I love talking to people. Kind of, Thursday was kind of a mess, so we started a little late. We didn't get, I think, you got a run on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I was one of the 6 pairs to get a quick little rip in, and the rain showed up and never went away.
It never did. I woke up at like 7:00 Thursday morning and it was pouring. I was like, what in the world? Like literally, like it's totally dry. We haven't had anything. It's been beautiful here. Wasn't calling for any bad weather. Wasn't calling for any rain. It's like it just sat over Dunn Benson and just, misty. It was like that rain that was, you couldn't really do anything. It wasn't hard enough where it was, unbearable, but it didn't flood anything. Obviously, it didn't make the pits unbearable, but it just was that bad of a rain. So
it wasn't no racing happening during that. It's almost like having a cold and the antibiotics ain't going to take it away. That shit just stuck around, right? It just, God, and it's boring. I don't know about other people, but at the racetrack and raining, that is boring.
It's sleepy time for me. Kids were at school, wife was working, so it was time for me to get some sleep in. I, been going pretty hard last couple of weeks. I get to take my kids to school every morning, which is a blessing that I get to do and pick them up. And that being said, I don't get a lot of days that I can sleep in because most of the time we're at the racetrack on the weekends or we're doing football or, things like that. So it was kind of nice. I got a good little nap in on Wednesday.
Heck yeah, that's good for you.
Yep.
I should have.
I was a little jealous because you got to run on Wednesday.
Well, I did, but then I lost one come Thursday. So
true, I didn't think about that. So
I lost one there. So God, I never did get up to speed. So
I know, you guys had a rough weekend. And I had an awesome weekend. Other than I'm determined that I'm losing by inches every chance I get. You want to talk about thousands? That's all I've done is lose by thousands in PDRA this year. Just thousands and thousands and thousands. And, I think I might have added it up. I think total all of my losses between bad reaction times or just red lights is just been like probably a foot long this year.
I believe it. But that's Pro Boost.
It is. And that's what I try to explain to everybody that John Doc is this is his first year in Pro Boost, and he was 3,000 red first round, and he just beat himself up. I was like, man, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you don't, you just, it's just the way it goes. You know how it is.
I think you got to be 20 or better, and you guys, I seen you had a trip zip, you had a couple 00 lights, and when you got the box dialed in that close, you know how it is. One extra inch of staging is 002 green or 002 red.
So I guess we need to recap Bristol to start with. Me and you run each other's second round, correct?
Yep.
So we go in the second round. We had two no-shows. Preston Tanner and David Monday did not show. Preston had business stuff. I'm not sure what happened to David Monday. I know they raced in Ohio the week
Right.
before, so probably a
Yep,
little bit much.
for sure. They was out there, and so it was me and you, and then
Mark's got to buy. Melanie got to buy. And
and
then Ty
Randy Weatherford and Ty.
and Ty, which I thought was good. Like, that was going to set the precedence right there because Ty had been driving. He's been on fire. I really thought Randy's been running really good. So it was like a marquee matchup. That's what I'd call it. Me
Yep.
and you were a good matchup, but just because we're buddies and we do the show and it was kind of cool for us to run each other. But I would say them two, that was the marquee matchup for that round. Ty obviously won that round. Me and you ran each other. I don't even remember what our reaction times were. I can't remember.
I don't. What was our reaction times that round? I think we were both pretty damn good, but
I think I was 14 and you were 24 or something.
that's what I was thinking. 14 and 23 or 4.
Something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
my car just was on fire. We left
Very.
the race, the last race, Rockingham, and it was running good, and we picked up right where we left off, and it just, I
Yep.
mean, I can't ask for a better race car, and
Yeah, you went 894 60 foot that run. Holy fuck!
guess,
You had that bitch roping.
yep.
Yep.
So,
We wasn't terrible. 14 to 23 on the tree, and away you went.
yep. So,
that
and
bitch was all that.
yeah, it was. And so, me and you running each other is always fun to watch. Me and we don't like it, but I don't mind losing to someone who is, outruns me or does what they're supposed to do. But I just had the better car that weekend.
You did.
for that
You
round.
did, and it's part of the game. These cars are not easy. I don't think a lot of people understand that. These cars are not easy. We just
There's-
came from Yellow Bullet running extremely, extremely well on a totally different racing surface, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So,
And it's hard to take, and I kind of take Yellow Bullet as kind of like we always talk about Bradenton. Bradenton has its own tune-ups. There's
Yep.
no tune-up you can take from Bradenton in the Winter Series and move it to any other racetrack in the country. And from what I've been told and what me and you have talked about, Cecil seems to be the same way.
It is. It is with the amount of he has the radial cars there as well, but Jimmy does an outstanding job. And I'm not sure you can use any tune-up information from Cecil on any other racetrack. Not that this track wasn't good, because obviously you guys are 890s. A lot of guys are 890s running 56, 57. So the track at Gillot was extremely good as well. It's just a different good.
Yeah, I definitely think the cloud cover helped us those couple of days going in. It kind of kept the track. The PDRA had to scrape it 2 or 3 times because of the rain. It was peeling. After the rain going in, but right before me and you ran, it just, the track was just bald. I mean, you got to give them credit. They worked at it. They dried it again. They sprayed it again. They scraped it again. They did everything they were supposed to do to keep it going, and it actually ended up very well. I know Gallot pretty well, so it's not a hard track for me to go up and look. I can kind of tell the way it is just by what it is outside, and I knew that it was going to be pretty awesome. But
it was good. People ran really, really well.
They did. I mean, everybody. And so Randy and Ty run. Randy beats Ty. I don't remember what they ran, but I know it was a couple of numbers difference. And then Marks and Melanie got each other, and me and Ty got each other. And me and Ty knew that we had 2 badass hot rods for the weekend. And I kind of knew that going up against Ty. And I'd just been 14 against you, so I wasn't really expecting to be, crazy good but I rolled 5,000 in because it got dark and I could see the tree. So I rolled 5,000 in my delay box. So that should have put me 20 to 25. And I'm not going to set up much tighter than that, no matter who you are or how fast you are, because if you missed it, you'll be 20 to 30. If you hit it, you'll be 10 to 10. Mm-hmm. And I knew when I bumped in, I knew I bumped in that extra little inch, and I couldn't lay off of it because I was going to have to be decent. But I mean, the kid was 13 or something on me. and I was 004 red. So it's just the
Yeah,
way it goes.
he's been killing the tree. You
He
got to
really
give him
has.
credit. He has been driving machine. Not only does he have a great race car, but he's been killing the tree.
Yep, he has. I mean, it has been he has been on fire lately. They've got the car figured out. You know, they went from blowing the hood off of that thing at every run at different events to not qualifying at one of the events, PDRA events, to just putting it in the winner's circle and doing his deal. So Melanie beats Marks.
Marks, yep.
Melanie beat Marks.
Yep,
Didn't
Marks
she?
goes out, and I think he got out the groove, I believe, on that run, and Melanie
Yep.
goes
So
out there.
so it's Melanie and
Did
was
she
it
go
Melanie? It was
58? Yeah, I think she goes 58.
yeah. So it's Melanie and Ty in the first Bristol finals, right?
Yes.
And Melanie shook the tire as soon as she left. Popped the tires off, didn't she? I think. I can't remember.
I can't remember. She did in the final of the second race, but
Okay, into the finals. Anyway, but Ty wins. Melanie did a great job. They had a car that was. They fought through some adversity. They had some issues with, car not going down to some motor issues.
Johnny
It just
did a good job. Those guys were working their ass off over there. There ain't no doubt. Oh, Evan was sweating.
so Ty wins Bristol, so that's good. Which not good for us in the points.
Yes.
I kind of knew that, but got another race, which leaves it 2 races down. Let's see.
I thought that Bristol race was going to set the tone for the Galat race for the points because of Tide, Weatherford, me and you. That was going to drop a couple of us out of the situation, and then so forth and so on.
Yep, and it did basically. I mean, that's it kind of set the tone. Kind of did you in when I beat you.
Yep.
Gave me some momentum, but then losing to him, I still had a little bit of momentum because I going in, I was second, so I kind of knew, and it just the whole thing just starts to move around, and being that I've been in championship contention for the last 2 years, going into the last race with a lot of pressure on you to try to do good is tough, man. It really wears on you. It mentally, because you want to do so well and you want to win the championship. You've waited all year, you busted your butt, you put in time and time out, and all your guys have done a lot of good job getting their cars ready, and the tracks have done a good job, and you've traveled and you've done all this, spent all this money traveling around to try to get the championship. And it comes down to one race, it makes it tough. Because if you have a bad race, it like Stedding and them had a bad race at the finals last year, and that opened the door for me.
Yep.
And
you stepped right in.
Yep. And it puts a lot of pressure on you as a driver and a crew.
Well, Pro Boost being so tight, I mean, so tight. The last 2 races, I mean, everybody's with, I think, 6 cars had a chance. I mean, within 2 rounds. So
yeah, I know. Camp had a great chance. I mean, there was a lot of guys that were up there. You guys were up there. I felt like I had more momentum at Bristol. I think if we'd have kept going at Bristol, I could have probably done a little better because my car was running better in those conditions. Not that it didn't run good at Galat. I just think at Bristol, other guys were not running as good. It was definitely maybe possibly a 1-lane racetrack like it was the year before. I definitely think the right lane was a little bit tough. Some guys were going down it no problem.
I was happy to bring it to. I was happy to come to Galat.
I know you were, and it's just that's the way the racing gods wanted it to be.
It is what it is, right? And moved on to Ty winning the first race, and then the 2 top people, her and Melanie, went all the way to the finals of the second race.
Yep.
Which really put the points deal kind of, it's down to 2 cars, I think.
Yeah. So nitrous at Bristol was Tommy Franklin, right? Who was in the finals with Tom? Molinar. It was Molinar and him in the final. Yep. Molinar. Shout out to them guys. First year really running pro nitrous. They got Tricky Ricky stroking the keys on it. They did a great job getting their cars. Tommy and them guys come back from adversity at Michigan, blowing everything they had up. He had a few little mishaps. Yeah, he had a few mishaps this weekend. So shout out to Jordan Insulin, who won Pro Stock.
Yes.
He was very excited. Jordan, 632, kind of known him around. Younger guy, they smaller funded team. They ran really good in pro stock. Beat
Deservingly so.
yep, I think they beat Elijah. Elijah Shook.
Yes. Correct.
So that's good to see. I heard him. I was down there because they kind of run when we were running the semis. They were running their finals. So and when he made the turn down there, I was rolling up my parachutes from getting my butt whooped, and I could hear him hollering. So that's
He
good to
was
hear those
happy.
guys. Yeah,
He was happy. And then we
so
had Fletcher. Fletcher won 10-5
that's right.
for his
Big
first win.
Fletch.
Big Fletch got his first win. So I went down and talked to him after that night, and he was pretty damn excited. I thought he had his first sack or something.
He was really excited. He's kind of came out of his shell in the whole racing thing, and now that he's driving, he's got a lot of momentum behind him with a lot of good people, and that's my favorite word for tonight, momentum. I think
momentum. Big one. It helps.
I guess, but Fletcher did a great job driving. I didn't really see a lot of his runs for the Bristol deal.
Right down Broadway, every run I saw, I went out and watched every freaking run. I think he done. I don't know if he set the record again or not, but it was close. So
I know he went 89. Yeah. So then we go in. Now we go into Galat. We've been there. We got some test runs. I got a little more test runs. Well, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3. I got three runs more than you did.
Yep. Kind of. We're going through, but they was all test runs for elimination. So we lost the rest of that test. And we get one? Did we get one shot on Friday morning?
No.
Oh, it was raining, wasn't it? Yeah, it was raining Friday morning, so no more testing.
No, that was Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Thursday morning it rained, and then we started Bristol late. Friday was Q1, right?
Yes.
And then from right off the bat, man, it was fast, right off get-go. Even though sunny conditions, things changed. Things just got. I mean, you can't ask for anything better on the racetrack. They kept it going good.
Yep, that bitch was tight and good.
It was. Even with the sun out, when it got to 120 degrees, they did what it took to kind of keep it tight. It got a little greasy one session, but they kind of got it back. And then it just you can't ask for a group that worked harder at that race. Where y'all at the race? You know what? Not everybody can ride around with their headphones on and just listen to what's going on.
Bob had that scooter going all 7 mile an hour riding around there. He could see everything going on. It ain't like he had to hold on or nothing.
He said, this thing will run 26. And I got on it. It will 26 kilometers an hour. So it's just not quite.
I can tell my guys went by him, reach over to grab him. He about shit his pants. He said, I got to sell this thing. It ain't fast enough.
He's something else. Yeah. I'm glad he got that thing because the two wheels were kind of getting to him. He's getting a little wobbly. Two wheels.
Equilibrium, Bob. Equilibrium.
Yeah. So
Bob, he's good shit. He likes that thing, though.
He does. Please beat it up. I need to beat this. Yeah.
He'll get scuffed up, Brian. He'll get scuffed up.
He will. So here we go.
That bill.
No, no more hospital bills.
I done spilled a beer. My nose is running. I got all kinds of stuff. Look at here. Look at that.
Didn't take much to beat him.
Too bad the race car didn't do that.
Yeah. Look at you. You feeling? Everybody's kind of got under the weather after they came back.
I don't know what y'all got me down to. Look, Bob said it's for sale.
Yeah. I think y'all.
I think them potato field. What do you all got down there? Them damn potato
sweet
fields.
Potato field gnats. Yeah, you sucked up one of them Galat gnats up your damn nose and got you.
Things all up in me, man. They're terrible.
Yeah. So qualifying, man, it was crazy. Only had 17 cars, which means one guy was going to be unlucky. It was just dog eat dog.
That's a fact. I was on the outside looking in all the way to the last run.
Really? I did not know that. I didn't.
Yep.
I knew you had shook a couple of times.
I shook the second run. We had some electrical issues and figured that mess out. And, just shit happens. That type of stuff. Yep. Those electrical problems, when they sneak up on you like that, sometimes is a my Lord, you don't never know. You don't know.
Yeah.
So we borrowed
Yeah.
that one little connector, and hopefully that it ran
That's
fine
right.
after that.
Yeah, you got the coil connector from me. Yep.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Just we lost Q1, shook the second one because you didn't know if you had all 8 or not. And third one, you just go up there and back it down and
Hope for
pray
the
it
best.
goes. And as a driver, you pull in there knowing, holy shit, if this thing shakes, you better get back on the road. John did a great job. He did us down through there. We go 62.9. Getting it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is almost like the World Series stuff. 62.9, and we end up 10th. I mean,
it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, but you had to go down. Not that the bump was crazy low. Let's just be honest. It wasn't like, I mean, you could have went 4 flat and got in.
Yeah, but I mean, 62.9. I mean, you would think, how long ago was that? You go 62, and you're going to be
10.
what? At least in the top half, if not the top 4. But
yeah, you would think.
Not no longer. That's not the case. Dina, I love me some Dr. Perky.
Yeah. Let's see here. So we, it just dog eat dog, dude. I felt like, because I went 56 the night before when I ran Ty. Ty went 57, I went 56. So I knew Ty had 56 capability. We're in the water box and Ty goes 55.9 right in front of me. They back us off because something happened at the other end. I can't remember what happened. Something happened. They had somebody in the left lane burnt something up or whatever.
I was the first pair. I don't know. Did I blow up? I don't think I blew up.
No. Okay, because I was the last.
I'm like, Bob, I don't even know if I was at the racetrack the way I'm talking. Yeah. But yeah, they backed you off. The next
they backed me up. Yeah, and I got on the radio and I saw him go 55.9, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I know I can give it a little click here, a little click there. And I was asking the guys, I was like, man, we ain't really got anything to lose here. Oh yeah, cone. Jason Lee hit a cone. That's what it was. Yep. So, and it just, man, I wanted to try something a little different. They kind of talked me out of it because I knew that the air was one better than the 56. So I felt like I could have went a mid 55 to a high 55. And when I let go of the button, I knew it was good. And 55.9, exactly what Ty ran. Only problem is I went 208.98. He went 209.99. So he got me by a mile an hour. So
he's got that thing rolling out the back. Holy shit.
I mean, he does. I mean, that whole combination. So lost number 1 by half a mile an hour, basically.
You should have went 2 clicks on that little thing instead of 1.
I should have. You always, hindsight's always 20/20, but had I shook, where would it have put me? I don't think it would have changed much because I think I was in with a 58 something, so it still would have made me second. But whatever.
That's just, I mean, still crazy. 55, 56.
Yeah, I know. 55.9. Both of us go 55.9 down to the foul. And that's, some people, this is going to piss some people off, but that's a credit to the rules. Everybody wants to talk about this, talk about that. Screw Blow goes 55.9. I go 55.9. Top 6 qualifiers in the 50s.
Yep. That's what I say. Pro Boost is insane. I don't know if people even understand how tight that whole field is. Even though the bump, whatever, say the last couple guys that, they struggled or whatever in qualifying, but if they get in, they can roll up there and go 56 or 7.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I feel like I left a little bit on the table. I mean, not much. I mean, I took the motor apart. I had one that was down. I knew Monday morning. Saturday morning I had one that was down a little bit, but it's not like a nitrous motor. When they get down a little bit, the boost will spread the rings out and help you out a little bit. I was really pleased with the 55. I mean, even though it didn't get, number 1 qualifier, I felt like that it was an accomplishment saying, the Pro Charger, those guys really stepped up, got us a new Pro Charger on there to keep up with you screw blowers who've been sandbagging a little bit.
I don't know about that. Did you pull the heads off this weekend?
Maybe.
He did not.
I bet you Ty didn't pull the heads off this weekend.
I went up there. He did have the cylinder heads off.
He was just checking to make sure the rings was still in there.
I know. I can't
Yeah.
do that damn rainbow stuff. That thing fly. It would look like he's driving to the Burger King or something, man.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's a testament to the rules. Do I think they're perfect? No. I don't think they're perfect. I don't think any rule can ever be perfect because
No.
obviously we want to do because there's so many different combinations between OEM automatics,
Yes.
lockups, 5-speed liberties, 4-speed liberties.
Well, it's
Quick,
kind of like the nitrous cars. You can't. I mean, Jim Halsey's in the nitrous side for the rules. We're not talking nitrous, but I'm just saying he's that much faster than the rest of the nitrous field. So, how do you set the rules for that?
it's
You
hard to
say a
set the
block
rules
car
from.
gets 50 pounds?
Well, it's hard to set the rules based off a man who outworks a lot of the. I mean, not that
Right.
the none of the nitrous guys don't work, but I'm just saying this guy's willing to burn it up and spend the money. You
Yep.
know, that's the next thing. I'm gonna
I
be
got
blowing
shit
booger.
running.
You
I got
gonna
shit running everywhere, man.
you're gonna blowing boogers everywhere.
No, I just got. I don't know if it's Bush Light coming out or what, but it's something. But no,
uh,
you're right. They work and just like Tuteros and
yep.
John and them.
Yeah, y'all work.
We thrashed. That's the only thing. How do you make the rules for that? I
I
give you
don't
guys
know.
hell because I say you don't pull the heads off. I don't know what you do down there. I don't. I'm usually stuck in our pit till we're done, and I might visit afterwards. So I don't know what you do between. Right? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You've come over there before when we've been thrashing around a little bit, but
I
no,
thought
I
you were
mean,
just running around in that little bunk in there sleeping.
I wish nap time.
No, I seen you thrashing before first E1. I seen you thrashing then.
Oh God, that was a mess. So, God, I cranked the car up. We warming the car up, right? They they kind of moved everything up on us because they were short on sportsman cars. So my microphone's trying to fall. But I'm warming the car up. All of a sudden, literally, I feel it just. I'm like, what the hell was that? I thought somebody was playing a trick on me. Like you had come up behind me and rocked my wheelie bars or something. And it just starts blowing fuel out number 5. I mean, just water hosing the whole way. What the hell is that? So I get up and we're checking everything. All of a sudden, number 5 and primary injector starts smoking. All right, I unplug it. Injector's dead. Put another injector in it. Fire it up. Doing the same thing. Put a secondary injector in it. Doing the same thing. Checking the damn peak and hole boxes for the injectors. Can't communicate with them. Can't communicate with either one of them. Can't do this. Can't do that. Pull the injector wire off, just like yours, burnt between the two plugs. The
Yep.
two plug. Luckily, I had went to Fuel Tech and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a whole set of stuff stuff we need on harness, the injector coil harness, the fuel injection harness, the things that we need, a lot of different stuff uh, that we need. Uh, just things that things that we need if we have a problem. And luckily, I had what I needed, fixed it real quick, got out there, made a good lap, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys were doing some serious thrashing over there. Look, that's the first time I really seen Bob sweating.
I didn't think we were going to make it. That's my wife. The first thing she said to me, she says, "I didn't think we were going to make it." I was coming up there if I had to unplug the damn injector.
I told Chad the same thing. Somebody said, I don't know if they're going to make it. I said, I bet he runs it on 7 if he got to.
You damn right. You damn right.
Yep. Donald, I did. I got a lot of them damn potato gnats, whatever the hell them things are down there.
The gnats.
Yeah.
They are terrible there.
Yep. Yeah, Pro Moder. We're going to have some of them plugs, I guarantee you. Gene probably ordered a whole case.
He came over and I gave him the little thing and I told him, I said, look, I just went on Fuel Tech's website and I ordered everything we need. I even ordered some shit that I ain't even supposed to have, probably. Probably fits a damn Coyote motor or something.
That was some new shit for us right there. So,
which I had seen that problem you had before. I had that problem last year in Bristol.
Yep. And it's weird. We never looked at those, but we will from now on.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I mean, live it, learn, and put it on your list. Facebook keeps crashing.
Damn, Gino, pay your damn bill or something.
My damn, maybe the PR lady here ain't doing her job. You having up with things or what?
I thought we didn't have no comments there for a little while. Everything went stale, so.
Yeah, Facebook crashing. What you do over there? Oh, it happens. We're trying to bullshit here and boost. We no Scotty Cannon tonight, so we're just making shit up and rolling with it. Bob said it is here too. Was it crashing, Bob?
God. Well, it ain't gonna be. It's gotta be Facebook's problem. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna blame it on them. Yep, I agree with that. So what? Butner did. Ty ends up winning the Pro Boost, right? He ends up back to back wins both
Right,
races.
right. Him and Melanie both were in the finals of both of them.
Yes.
You had to run Melanie, right?
Yeah, I ran Melanie first round. You don't ever want that, right? Teammates, you hope team cars no different. You and Doc or whoever.
With the winner of Johnny Campbell.
All right, here we go. What are you thinking right here?
Thinking, man, you got she can kill the tree. So that's my main thing. I'm up there worried to death about killing the tree.
You were thinking about how many cookies Jeff ate before this round.
No, there wasn't no cookies in my mind. I promise you.
Ooh, you left on her.
I left on her, and then we left a little bit out there on the table. Johnny was trying to make a run out the back. We're trying to.
Holy crap! It's still smoking, Steve.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, it was blowing up pretty early, and I just held my foot into it.
You felt
That's
it
on me. Yeah, but you know
Lord,
what?
You had 30 on her. Or 25 on her on the start.
We did.
So.
I'm telling you, we struggled with those electrical issues, and then trying to reset this car up from Yellow Bullet. I'm telling you right now, it's not as easy as people think. And we never got the car to run early in the run from where we was at Yellow Bullet. And
I always say this, man, you get a round behind. If you ever get a round behind, you are screwed.
Yep. And we missed two. With Electrical Gremlins, we missed 2 whole runs. And I know we got that one on Wednesday, one of the few people, and we made some changes from that, but we never got back up to par. I guess you could say early in the runs to be able to run 58 or 9 or whatnot. And we was making change. We was working our way that way, but you just don't make wholesale changes.
It's hard because I don't think people really understand when you get a run behind. And what I mean by run behind is if you do miss around, if let's just say you shake when you think you shouldn't shake, or you have a transmission issue or a tune-up issue or an electrical issue. Okay, so then you go back, you hope you get it fixed. And 90% of the time you get it fixed, right? We got enough spare stuff and enough people, we get it fixed. But then you go back up there with this idea that, okay, well, we can't go out there and lay the wood to it because we got to make it down and make sure we got it fixed. We at least need to go as far as we did to get to the point of failure. So then you're trying to get tune-ups right, and then you're trying to make good, smart runs. Well, then you lay off of it a little bit. So then you don't you're trying to run 65 instead of 60 flat, or you're trying to run 68 instead of 65. It's
the truth. We missed those 2 runs, which is huge. And then we shake because then we have all 8 cylinders with fixing the problem.
Right. You have more power.
Right. So then you go back up there for Q3 sitting outside the field. So you can't go out there and try to run 57 or 8. You just got to try to get in the show. Don't want to be 16th. You just, so it's a combination of things, and it still made A to B run, and we stepped on a little bit too hard out the back, but you know what? That's part of this deal. I mean, you got to step on it.
I think some teams get affected by testing, especially if you're a team that doesn't really race a lot. Like, let's say for example, Candyman and them guys, they got a new car. They need as many laps as they can get. If you definitely miss a test day, it puts you in a bind, and it puts people like me, like if I want to try something new, or if you guys coming from Yellow Bullet, it puts a lot of guys in a bind because if you there's a fine line there. If you give somebody like me and Ty and Melanie and you a lot of hits at a racetrack, we're going to continuously get better as long as we're not having problems. Yes. But in the same aspect, it gives a lot of the guys who don't get to race in conditions on because you can never test in the conditions that we race in. So it takes a lot of that. It takes a lot of that in effect. So it helps them kind of move up. I like not testing. I've got a lot of runs on my car. It may bite me, someday down the line. But I feel like I can go up and judge the racetrack between me and Brandon Stroud and my guys, and we can look at it and we can get within 3 to 4 numbers of what we should run on that maximum on that racetrack. My race car is extremely, extremely good. 100% Westbuck.
I mean, all week long is a little much. I mean, I know it makes the cars way better, so the field ends up being tighter at the end of the weekend because everybody's going to have their shit together. But can everybody do it?
Wes, that's a good question. I don't here. Let me try to get this. I'm going to try to politically correct this. Say this. If when we go in, you're forcing us to, you're not forcing us, but you're making the guys that want to be there and want to do good. We get there on months, like we leave Sunday to get there Monday so we can test, because realistically we know that Wednesday and Thursday testing are very hard because you do have so many cars. If we test all day long, if you gave Pro Mods testing all day long, just one day, you still were talking about 3 runs. If we start at 10 o'clock in the morning, if you got 60 cars, it takes a minimum of 2 hours to run. 2 hours to run 60 cars. That's what it did, because you're going to have cones, you're going to have oil downs, you're going to have issues that come about. It's just, I don't think we should start testing on Monday or Tuesday. I think you should have testing, say Wednesday and Thursday, but like Wednesday be for the Pro Mods and maybe Thursday be for some of the other classes you got, or vice versa.
I mean, for us, some of the teams are going to come south to test new parts for the season. That's the other side of that coin. So if you're bringing new parts, new technology that you want to test out, you're going to be there all week anyway.
Right.
Right.
It's just it's an expensive week. We should never bitch about money because we drive race cars, but I mean, that's an expensive week for a lot of guys. And I feel like if you have testing, I feel like I have to be there, because if Steve King's testing, Jason Harris needs to be testing. And I think some other people feel the same way, because if we're not, doing
well,
that.
you just like you said earlier, you miss one run and you make a run, I'm one run ahead of you, or vice versa.
But it also turns into a battle of attrition too by the end of the week. How much shit you got left if you have tore up some stuff?
I don't think you can test all week and race with the same engine. I just don't. I'm not sure you can.
Not unless you come down there fresh and just don't have any problems.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. Usually test with one, depending on how many test runs you get with the amount of cars. You get to a certain amount, you just stick a fresh one in for qualifying.
I would, and this is me personally, I would rather see more testing at the World Series, because I feel like that's after PRI, that's after all your changes from the winter. So that's when the guys are going to come down with new stuff from the winter, and have more testing for the World Series and less testing for and they will, but it's hard. Like, you think about December, you guys can't test in December unless you just get I mean, we can go to Darlington or SGMP, somewhere like that.
I mean, here's what's going to happen. Some of the guys are going to stop in Northern Florida if West doesn't have testing.
Orlando.
They're going to go there and they're going to test if they want to test. They're going to go there and test, and then they make the trip the rest of the way.
So you might as well get on a business side of it for him and Vic. Obviously, you might as well have the testing anyway, because if you're going to get the money, if they're going to spend the money in Orlando, they might as well spend it with Bradenton. I just feel like maybe Monday, Tuesday's a little bit much. How about Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or that kind of thing?
It's a double. I agree with Pro Modder. It's a double-edged sword. Some of the teams are going to do it regardless.
Yep. So you might as well get the money, and that's just the way I feel. And if you want to test,
be honest, this whole deal turned into almost to a professional category. Do I want to be there for a week? I mean, I love the racetrack, and I'd like to test our stuff, and John wants to test it. Do I need to be home running my business? Yes. But if everyone else is testing, I'm going to be there testing regardless.
Well, we're crackheads.
You're right.
We got to have it. We got to have it. We got to have that fix. We got to have that,
And if West Buck doesn't test on Monday, more than likely the Pro Charge guys or Tutterow Group or whoever's going to just stop off somewhere else and start running somewhere else, and then come when he does allow testing.
So most of the time we do test early because I know you can get more runs on Monday and Tuesday than you can Wednesday and Thursday. So most of the time I test Monday, Tuesday, and I sit out Wednesday, Thursday, or I'll make one on Thursday just to make sure track conditions haven't changed. But regardless of that,
I can tell you if the track's live and we're there, the button's going to get let loose.
How much does the test day of 3 runs cost you? It just depends on track to track. I think it's around 300 I think it's 500 for Monday, 500 a day on Monday, Tuesday, and then 300, and then we get one free day for the World Series.
I think the big thing that we might be asking is attrition. That costs a lot of money.
Oh.
Right? I mean, if we go out there and don't hurt the engine, it costs X amount per run.
I don't like to think about it. Let's not talk about that. Can we get off that subject? Because I mean,
it's kind of sore. Kind of makes me kind of
hurts my butt.
Yeah. See Preston Tanner. See
Preston. You weren't even there, Preston. I don't want to hear your whiny ass. I gotta work.
I heard the same thing, Preston. They down there drinking sweet tea, buddy.
Preston would have ran good if he'd have been there because he ran right there with me at Bristol.
He did run good at Bristol. He said easy.
Rage bait. It's okay. I'm sorry.
Hey, how many people come up to you at this race here and ask you about this damn show?
More people than you can ever imagine.
I could not believe it.
I just didn't really realize that we had kind of affected and reached out to that many people. I thought it was just me and you on here carrying on conversations about the sport we love and the things we do. And then you get people like Wes Buck and Pro Modder and, Tommy Payne and these guys that get on here and listen to this. And a lot of just regular fans, just a lot of normal guy. Man, I love you and that old King boy. I'm like, yeah.
They do. It kept boosting bullshit. That's what I kept hearing the whole damn time. Boosting bullshit.
Yeah, that's right.
Even the dude at the track, old Cook, he was at the gate. He said, "Here's old boosting bullshit." Here he comes. Of course, my plug burned out, and he he didn't. I said, "Cook, I need a refund. I done paid for this damn plug in. I ain't got no damn plug. It done burn out." He went and got me a plug and brought back.
You talk about Charles, old Charles. Charles don't live. Yeah, Charles don't live far from there. Yeah,
2 houses down.
Yeah.
But it is that people, what the hell's Bob say?
Prevagen is like memory stuff.
She helps a lot, Bob, because I don't know shit.
We do need some shirts, and that's on me. I will take blame for the shirts. That is on me 100%. I'm sorry. That's
on 400 episodes. We're only on episode 16.
Yeah. But we try to bring some insight into Wes can talk about drag racing. He's got his finger on the pulse of it everywhere he goes, from Top Fuel to Pro Mods to juniors to things like that. We can get on here and we talk about things that we know. Like I can talk about my life as a racer and what I've from nitrous to Pro Boost. You can talk about screw blowers and what you feel, and there's just 2 insights, and I think that's what's made this good. And a lot of people like to hear the technical stuff of it, just like us talking about testing. Keep something.
So Charles on there now. I know you be watching, Charles. I know it.
So I mean, it's talking about the testing things that we need to talk about that people just don't realize and that we go through, like talking about the pressures of racing the championship. Basically championship's over with for me. It'll be the first time in 2 years that I won't have the number 1 on there, but I'm going to try my best to go for the number 2. Ty's up there. Melanie's still got a chance. So if Ty DNQs or goes out first round, I think Mel has to qualify number 1 and win the race, I believe, is the way she's got to do it.
I'm pretty close. He's got to go out early for sure.
Yeah, he's got to go out early. But last year they almost. I don't think he qualified at the last race last year, and Stedding barely got in. So not wishing Ty any bad luck. I mean, I'm just saying that we're just looking at scenarios that the kid has raced super good all year, and if anybody deserves it, he does. I mean,
the last half of the year he has been absolutely. He DNQ'd early in the year.
Yeah, and if you'll go back and look, like if you look at 240, 440 Virginia, 239. If I could take some of these 239s and 240s, which are second round exits out, I'm right back up there. Mel's been pretty consistent.
Yep.
She maxed out at Galat. She did the same thing I did, same thing I did, maxed out, So she's done good,
She's been hot. Her Galat's very good to her. Very good. And she won the first race of the year in both finals there and we're there. So we'll see how she does in Virginia. I got faith in her to pull it off, but Ty is running good.
Well, let me ask you another question. What is your thoughts on the Hearts Charger, Pro Charger? I'm going to let you answer this since you're a screwblower outside looking in. Yeah.
I'm looking in from the outside, and I don't know anything about the Hearts Charger. I don't know a whole lot about Pro Charger. I do know you fuckers run good. And now, how much you work on it, that's the only question I've ever questioned as far as rules or anything to do with any of those things. I know Totoro and them has the cylinder heads off a lot or engines, and I know we do as far as John and us both. Now, what goes on in the other camps around, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not a rules guy. I don't want to make the rules because Tyler gets some serious grief. I don't want any part of making rules, but I don't know how much you work on it.
All right.
I don't know how hard you're leaning on it. I don't know.
Leave this thing up here, Jess. Look. All right. So we got screw blower, Pro Charger. We might as well say Pro Charger, Hearts Charger, half and half. Pro Charger, screw blower, Pro Charger, screw blower, Pro Charger.
Yep. I don't think the rules are far off. I don't think they're not that far off.
Ed Marks ran really good this weekend. I mean, you're talking about a guy that races 5 times a year. He's got Totoro behind him. I mean, we speak about the Hearts. Okay, so he said he doesn't really know much about it. The big complaint about the screw blowers are they take their motors apart and look at them and burn them up and have to re-ring them and things like that. I don't really know what y'all do, but in here, and I'm gonna call a timeout. I don't want anybody to get upset. Fuel injection versus mechanical. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. You guys have mechanical injection. Not to say there's anything wrong with it. Obviously, Ty, Melanie, these guys have proven that it's there. It's technology. But you got to look at us. We are fuel injection. I can change down to the micro percent what I want in each cylinder. Okay? So, let's just say if I've got a number one cylinder that's running lean, I can go in number one and say, okay, I need a 0.5%, 1%, 10%, 5%, this, that, and the other. You can change a pill. Now, what does that pill get you? Not really. Pro Chargers are less maintenance, correct? Not really. I mean, how many times you take your screw blower off to get serviced?
I don't. I take the engine apart to service it.
Well, I'm just saying.
I agree. I don't think the rules are far off, and I don't want to be the rules committee. I don't, because we know what we do, so we're going to bitch about the other side, and vice versa. Right?
You're being Switzerland on this. Come on, speak the truth.
I am speaking the truth. I just don't know how much you guys work on your shit.
It don't matter how much we work on it, because
I like to see you blow it up once or twice, so I know you're leaning on it.
I mean, we take the heads off and stuff. I mean, things happen. We tool up valves. We have a lot of people. Do we go out there and do what you did first round? Not unless there's a big problem. Hey, Camp did it against Melanie.
I did see that. Camp
did it against Melanie. Yep.
I did see that. I did see it blow up out there, and that guy thought the Switzerland thing was funny. Look, we're just talking shit, and I'm not the rules guy. I don't want to be, but I just want to know how much they work on it. That's all. I can be as honest as.
Okay, so here's another next scenario. You guys don't have to worry about a lot of parts breakage as far as drive units. For a screw blower is just not going to fail. Right? These Hearts Chargers, these Pro Chargers have a lot of moving components in there. I basically have a transfer case hanging out the front of my, so it don't take but a second. That shaft cost me $125,000 this year.
I believe it.
Okay. Yep. So, I mean, that's my choice though. That's what I choose to run.
And that's what exactly. That's what I was going to say. Our choice is to have something sticking up out of the hood. Yours is to be flat. We all got choices, whether you purge nitrous, you do whatever. We all have the choices. The rules are what they are. So you don't make me open another beer now because
Well, I don't want to get you
all this fucking
feathers.
rules.
His feathers then got ruffled. Look at why you
My nose
squirming.
is running. We're talking rules. I don't.
I'm not talking rules. I'm just talking about difference. A lot of people ask me what the difference is, like you screw blower, this and that.
I think we do a lot more engine maintenance at the racetrack than you guys do. Just from looking from the outside in. Do you? I don't know. I'm not in your pit, so I don't know what
we
comes
run
up.
the same. Both of us run the same exact ignition system,
right?
Fuel tech, same. So I just think maybe that mechanical versus EFI, where we have the EFI a little more down pat, and that comes from nitrous. We run EFI on nitrous, so a lot of we were used to the EFI of adding this.
Yep.
125 is not.
But I mean, that's where he lost the race. That's what he's talking about, Mark.
Oh yeah.
Because the shaft broke.
Yeah.
Not that it's. But is the rules far off? I don't know. I mean, we look at back splits. We look at a lot of different things. Is it the how the power is applied? Is it not? I'm sure the rules maker look at all that as well on each combination from start to finish. Centrifugal blowers don't get to rev it up to the moon like all the cool kids. Yeah, we do rev her up a little bit.
That was something I had to teach John was don't rev it up. He's like, why not? I said, don't rev it up. Can a roots blower be competitive against you guys? Absolutely not. I don't think you can make them weigh. If somebody come in with an anorexic Somalian and you had Bubba Stanton's car with the top of the line roots and you had motors spread out through the track, yeah, you probably could be competitive. But what weight, I wouldn't know. I mean, you would have to let them weigh as light as they could and just kind of reel them in.
What's the rule for roots right now? It is like 24 or something?
2,400, 2,425, I think.
Right.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't. If you have the right roots and the right combo,
man,
if you can get your car that light, if you can
what's the older fellow with the Mustang?
Glenn?
Real pretty Glenn, yeah.
Yeah. He runs pretty good. And a few years back, John and Melanie ran a roots for a while and they kept putting weight on it. And now they've taken the weight back off. And of course, the screw blowers and everybody's gotten faster. So can it be competitive? I mean, that's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know, but
going around. She just keeps digging a knife into us today, don't she?
They're on it.
Yeah.
She's putting it right up in there, just showing us.
I'm sure Ty will be on Wes's show this week. So I mean, he's the hottest driver out right now. Yes. I'd say, he just like Ken coming into the Winter Series. Kid's doing great. Proud of him. Known him since he was a kid. Really good. His dad, as much as roots are for trees. Go back to sleep.
Roots are for trees. Bob, you still awake? It's dark.
I know, no joke.
But Ty's the hottest car and driver out there, and not only is his shit fast, he's just killing the tree every run. I mean, I pay attention. I know you do too, but I pay attention to what they do on the starting line every run, and he is absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I mean, your average is 14. That's pretty good. Mel's right there.
Yep, she's been killing it too.
I feel like because that's kind of something I was known for, was just leaving on a tree. And I hope maybe that I've had some sort of encouragement on this, because I can remember some late rounds years ago where poor fellows just wasn't hitting it. I mean, speaking of that, let's talk about the finals of Pro Nitrous and at Galat. Both of them was like 81 and 100 or something.
Yeah, what that's about.
I don't know. I don't know if they just both went in at the same time, got them fouled up, but
that's unusual.
Butner won that. It was good. Shout out to them. I think Jay didn't qualify, so I gave him some more time to spend on Butner's car.
Yes. Yep. Jay was the lone car out. Did he have turbos? I didn't even.
Yeah, he had his turbo. He has turbos on.
Okay.
I didn't know he's switching. Yeah, he's switching over this week, I'm assuming.
I don't know anything about the turbo stuff, but I would think there's more moving components, more shit to move around on the turbos to make them.
What's wrong with Jay's car? Wonder what's wrong with Jay's car. Well, That's probably a little bit of everything going on there. I mean, it was a nitrous car, so obviously they had to cut it up. I know Rick Jones and them did it. Um, and then taking a nitrous car to a blower car or something like that's kind of tough. The turbo combination is probably the hardest combination to race.
Yes.
I think it is the fastest combination when the conditions are perfect for it. Mark has made it look extremely easy. I think a lot of maybe some people. I make some of the Pro Charger guys. I make it look extremely easy, but you're talking about years and years of racing that have come down to balancing the car where I need it to be and knowing what it'll do here and knowing what it'll do there.
I think that and when he puts the hearts on there, you have a fuel curve and a boost curve compared to all the other stuff with I don't know anything about a turbo car, so I don't know, but I know there's a lot of different stuff happening to make that thing go.
Yeah, it's right. Ed did do it in his backyard, and he's running great. But I mean, it's just years of racing. Years of racing. I mean,
For sure. I'm out of the culture.
I've made hundreds of laps, so I think that makes a difference. The turbo combination is very tough because if the track is tighter, it builds more boost and it blows the tire off. If the track is looser, it spins and it doesn't make the boost, and then it stops the tire. And we've had a lot of conversations about that. I think Jimmy made it look easy at Yellow Bullet because you had a great racetrack and great air. So
yes.
It's tough. I'd say Carl Stevens is probably one of the best at it. Him and Mickey.
I can tell you, Jimmy Taylor had consistent reaction times at Yellow Bullet because I paid attention to him there, and he was. I don't know what they do different, but he was on the tree.
To me, I think it's a little easier because you already got your foot down. See, that's what people don't understand. We got to stage in. Do you stage in with a handbrake or you use your foot?
I use my foot.
So I think Mel uses a handbrake. I'm not sure if she does or not. I know she's got a handbrake.
I got a handbrake too, but I don't use it. I just use the foot brake.
So you stage it in on your foot. So your left foot, you're bumping. Now everything's in. Now you got to go finger on the trans brake, foot to the floor, So now you've only got a matter of seconds before everything comes on. So there's a lot going on.
You hold the brake once you get on the button or no?
Yeah, I have to because it'll push if you don't.
Okay, I didn't know if you had the line lock hooked to the brake or
not. It
not.
is hooked to it, but I mean, you got to kind of do it. I don't know. I two-step it. I got used to running a tie drive, and a tie drive, you got to kind of do it every time. Gotcha. But
I used the brake as a clutch pedal because I'm used to swapping feet back in the day. You don't? Did you do
so when yeah, I've never swapped feet. No. Speaking of swapping feet, shout out to Drink Water. He won.
He did. Alan Drinkwater put the hammer down in the Galot race.
Pro stock.
Glamming and gammon.
Yep.
That's something I ain't never had to do. I've never slammed 5 gears going through there.
Ethan Stedding won Pro Street.
He's making that category going to be close at the end as well. Making a run at him here the last two or three races.
Yep. So,
pill.
No, number 6 pill. What? Pill.
Don't need a pill in that kit. Just straight number 4 line.
Whatever.
That's what Jason used to do.
You're damn right. I've got the Pistons to prove it. All right. So enough said. We've talked about enough junk, but enough bullshit today. We're going into Virginia. Looks like Mel's the only one that can catch Ty. It's gonna be a hard road to hoe, but I'm not saying anybody's out. I'm out. Randy's out.
I think it's a two car race. And
it is
really if it's on Ty not to fuck up. And
I think if I maxed the race out, I still would. If he didn't show up and I maxed the race out, I still think I would lose by 100 or so points.
I think so. I think you're correct.
Yeah,
he's pretty much cleaning them up. I didn't win. I had to buy cheaper beer. You're right. All my Michelob Ultras in the top of the trailer. I got sick down there. I couldn't drink anything.
I hear you.
But Ty's got that. How about Pro Nitrous? Where's that at? I mean, are they? Is Tommy running away or?
I think Tommy's running away with. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I thought. Tommy was running away with it.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right. All this aside.
Okay.
I know we ain't had a whole lot of bullshit to talk about.
Okay.
Let's talk about the $1 million question.
What?
Is it going to stay PDRA? I mean, I had to bring it up. I mean, everybody wants to know. I mean, I'm telling you right now, everybody wants to know.
I don't know, buddy.
I mean,
I mean, to me, knowing the Franklins like I do, I'm
I
not
mean, you hear
sure.
all the stories.
I mean, the same. I've heard the same story a lot, so I don't know, bud. I mean, I've heard the same story with the same amount of money to a lot of people. Now, I think there's been talks. I don't think that's anything that's secretive. I think it's just, will they do it? Is the money right for them? If the money that I heard is correct, I don't blame Tommy and Judy them one bit. Tommy's always wanted to kind of go back and just be a regular racer. So, good for him if he can do that, where he doesn't have to answer a million questions and do that. But at the same aspect, they put a lot of blood and sweat into their.
Yes.
I
They
can't
put
find
their
the.
heart and soul into this whole deal. That's the reason I've asked this. I don't think any of us want anything bad to happen, anything in the racing industry, as far as
No.
the pro modified side with the IHRA coming. We all want to know what's up.
Yeah.
Look, Bob wants to know why I worry about, because you're asleep over there, Bob. That's why.
I can't find the points for.
You got it for pro nitrous?
I can't find it. I'm
But
sorry. I've been
I don't
looking,
know.
but
I think that was the big question. I know the racing was all about it, and but the talk behind the scenes was all about if it was still going to be PDR8. That was the question I've heard between
oh
all the
no,
Bullsh and bullshit. That's what I heard.
oh no, Marcus can still win it. Yeah. I'd say Amber's probably out of it. She's probably about like me. Marcus
Yep.
can still win it. I would say
That could come down. That's doable there.
that's about a 2.5 round, maybe. That's about 2.5, maybe 3 rounds difference.
Yep.
That's doable. The way Tommy's been throwing hood scoops in the stands, it's doable.
Yep. And those guys are all running good too. So that'll come down to that. What about the 10-5 stuff? I think Ethan reeled in Denton a little bit. So
yeah. Where does she find that at? She's so I've looked everywhere. I'm so retarded when it comes to Ethan, no. Blake is still hot on his trail. Fletcher's out. So it'll come down to them two, probably about the same as Pro Nitrous.
yep, 2 rounds it looks like.
Yeah, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be up as far in the points if I hadn't had all the little points, getting number ones and 2 qualifiers and 3. I stayed in the top 3 about every time. Regardless of what series we end up with, what's the solution? Inconsistent car counts possible for 20 plus cars to make field. This time of year, Mace, it's different, Mason. So a lot of people have stuff planned already, and if you're in the points championship, you're going to show up. A lot of the northern guys are not going to make the trek down here, and I don't blame them. It's end of the year, half their stuff's blowed up, or they've had trouble, they're not in the points. They're not going to make a 17, 18-hour trip for no reason, just to kind of run. And sometimes it's out of respect not to get in the way of the points guys either. You don't want a guy who raced one time a year come down here and disrupt the points. But sometimes, like Ed Marks, that's a good thing because he can kind of work as a blocker for Tuttle. Not that Ed did that, but I'm just saying it works good. It works good for Ed.
Even in the sportsman classes, a lot of the guys, if they're not in the points, they're not coming.
Yeah, I'd say we're probably 50 cars short a lot, at least 50 cars.
I agree with that too.
IHRA is kind of separated. Now you put IHRA in the mix because these guys just race at natural trail. So you got some top sportsman guys that, hey man, I don't have to go all the way to Galat to run top sportsman. I can run this here. And so you're going to get and if they remain separate next year, if they do not work together on schedule, it's going to continue to that, even if it's a week apart. Let's just say we just ran Galat and they had Dragway 42 coming up this weekend. Well, I've kind of got to pick my battles. If you had a catastrophic engine thing, so you'd be down, there's no way you can make the next race. All right, so the video is completely down.
But I agree with you too. You just raced at
yeah, Brandon. He could. He definitely could, Brandon. That's what we were talking about. He could catch Tommy.
Yep. I mean, you just raced there. we raced the week before at Yellow Bullet. I mean, some of these guys can't race every weekend.
Yeah, it did. But here's the next question: can IHRA handle a big car count? Because they have not had a big car count yet. Can they handle? They've got enough employees. They've got the facility. Can they handle a big car count and getting everything done with added classes? Not only because you got to think about PDRA has Pro Boost, Pro Nitrous, and another handful of classes. Well, they've got fuel cars, snowmobiles. Yes. They got everything known to man. So they got to complete all that.
And I guess the we talked about this before. The $1 million question is if they do buy from Tommy, if they don't, whatever. If they do buy it, we only have one place to go other than the local Quick 8 stuff. Then, right? Wrong?
You can still go. I think Haney will still hang on. I hope he does.
He would like.
Not that me and you want to go to the middle of nowhere to race, but I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, we have the Winter Series stuff, but I'm just talking about throughout the year because I would think if he does that, he's not going to hold on to the PDRA and IHRA. He's just going to combine it and roll with the situation.
Yeah. He would just IHRA would absorb PDRA. I'll tell you this, the November race at Galot will tell you what IHRA's, if they can handle it or not, because I feel like that'll be their biggest car count ever.
Yep.
But that's neither here nor there. We're not in the position to make that kind of judgment of what's going to happen and what's not. It's pro mods. We are pro mods, and that's where we're going to continue with. But I'm gonna keep running whatever's. If it's IHRA, I'll run IHRA. If it's PDRA, I'll run PDRA. I've been to every single PDRA race that's ever been, from the first one to the last one.
That's impressive. That's all I got to say. That's impressive.
So you figure we got 11 years now?
I don't know if there's another person that can say that, is it?
I don't know. I've never missed one, ever.
I don't know if there's another person that can say that.
And I've qualified for every single one.
So, not one bad weekend.
I've had some bad weekends. I can't say I made first round. I just said I qualified.
That happens too, but that's to say that is saying something.
It is, and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud that I've been the champion of PDRA 4 times, whether it moves on into IHRA or not. If it does, it does, and we'll just keep getting it. We'll just keep racing.
Does that put you in stud muffin, like up here with the stud muffin and stuff?
Come on, guys.
What's the stud muffin? What are you talking about?
That puts you stud muffin status on Facebook, man.
Oh yeah. Look at this. Jeff's got the first scooter ever invented. Gene wanted to cry right there. He wanted to cry. He wanted to cry.
He was pissed. Them damn flat hoods.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nah, it's all good. We didn't have our shit together that run. I'm telling you, we had to change a lot of shit from Yellow Bullet. So,
okay, all right. Well,
you coming to the Invitational?
No comment.
Okay.
I don't want you to run scared.
I'm not running no motherfucking where. I'll be there.
Ooh, I think I hit a nerve.
I don't run. I might take my butt whooping, but I don't run. Look, Colin Barnes, the hot steppers. He loves me the hot steppers.
All right, we run late. I didn't think we had much to talk about. We ended up chitter-chatting all damn night.
What time is it?
1:09. We've been on an hour and 9 minutes. Nobody wants to hear us talk about it. Yep. So I want to thank everybody again for following Boosting Bullshit, sponsored by Featherlight Batteries. We did not get to do the on-track thing with Scotty Cannon. We're going to try to work that in at Virginia. We got Pro Stars coming up. We got Virginia, the World Finals coming up. Me and old King Daddy here are going to try to, do something here at the end of the year before it's too late.
Hopefully get a win here somewhere.
Yep.
I want one of them 660 men.
Yeah. Have you ever won a PDRA race?
No, sir. Have
what?
Not. I've been left out of that group. If it ain't an outlaw race, I can't seem to win the damn thing.
I understand.
Right. It is what it is, but we'll bring our Featherlight battery on and we're coming. We know our shit will start up and we're going to come right on in there.
Yeah, and we'll have more to talk about coming up. We'll probably try to do one before we go to VMP. We'll probably have a guest on for that. If you guys got any questions, hit us up on our Facebook pages, ask us questions, technical, life, personal, whatever it is. Just give us a call or give us a hit. Party Time Racing, Pilot Racing. I got to thank like a lot of sponsors that stuck with us this year. Feather Light, they've been on board for all the on track stuff. Kinetic Shocks was there for a little while with us, did some on track stuff. Just everybody that's been behind the Boost and Bullshit all year. We got a couple more shows, and then we'll be headed into the winter series. We'll try to do some PRI special stuff. King's feeling bad, so he's got to go get some rest. He's got to get some work done so he can work on that screw blower.
I need some NyQuil is what I need. But hey, did you really think? I'll be honest.
Okay, all right. He's got another question. Here you got the thinking. Then the smoke's coming out of your ear.
I got a question. We're 16 episodes in. I done set this whole thing up above my damn garage. I got banners up. I got Featherlight banners up. You got Boost and Bullshit. You done figured out the technology stuff there with the Boost and Bullshit.
I have, yeah.
Did you really think that we'd be 16 episodes in this shit?
Not really. No.
You ain't gonna show me all the championship trophies. I see you got all that shit in the back now.
Yeah, there you go. How's that back? Make you feel better? No, I didn't. I mean, I came on this show thinking it was going to be just you and Rudolph talking to me about just racing stuff because I'd been on it before. I didn't think we'd be asked to come back, but me and you got good chemistry. I think we're kind of the same person when it comes down to it. We love racing. We love what we do. We like fans. You should take our hats off and no, you don't want to see that.
No, you don't want to see that, Mason.
No. I'd stand a better chance taking my shirt off than my hat, I think.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm with you there. That's craziness.
Yep.
But
so, I got to get 16 episodes. You got to give her credit to ET Edits. Jess has done a good job. She kind of put this whole thing together. We kind of do the easy part. We just get up here to talk crap and make fun of each other. She does a good job with your blooper reels.
Oh God, I got a lot of bloopers, but I can't believe how many people asked me to come on the show.
I know, that's crazy.
It's crazy. I'm like, you want to come on and just bullshit?
Yeah, but we do. I feel like we have an honest show. I feel like you can get on here, we can talk about stuff. We might make some people mad, we might make some people happy. Just kind of the way it goes. I got to give a shout out to Jax, my Facebook girl. She does a good job for me all year.
Yep.
She's done great. Her and Jess get to, share content back and forth. All you racers, even if you're not a racer, if you want to become a racer, it starts with the media thing. I didn't think it did, but it's changed the way I outlook on racer. You talk all that.
That's a fact. They do. And if you don't do it, even the videos, some of the videos we do, I didn't think I'd be doing that shit. And he pushes it, Jess does. And I'm waiting to see you do one of them videos falling over the fence or some shit like that. I'm waiting for
that. I might. You never know. I'll leave the goofy stuff to you. You look goofy anyway. So
I am goofy. I am.
All right, guys. Well, good night, and we'll see you next time.
All right.